Hello and welcome my dear students. I am Rohan sir from Mehdi English Medium School. So my dear 3rd standard students, I welcome you once again in today's science lecture. My dear students, in the previous science lecture, we finished 3 topics basically, which was solid, liquid and gas. So these 3 topics we finished in the previous lecture. And I told you that in today's lecture I am going to give you few keywords and which are very much important for the revision purpose, and also let's see what are the objective for today's lecture. But before that, I hope that you all have the textbook and rough book along with you, because this is what I am instructing you since 3 to 4 days. So I hope that you are ready with that stuff, and I also hope that your concentration is fully on this video lecture, because today we are going to write a whole lot of things from our chapter number 5. So what are the objectives of today's lecture? First objective is activity, second is keywords revision. From third objective, we are going to start with the theory part, that is hard words, and the last will be true or false. These 4 are the objectives. Yes, in today's lecture I am going to go a bit slower in the speed, because you have to write a whole lot of things, and for writing I know you need time. My intention is only for you is that you should write while watching the lecture only, as you do in the class, in the physical class. While the teacher is present, you write it down, isn't it so? So my intention is to give you that feel of the class, but that will only be possible if you are ready to take what we are ready to give you. So I hope that you all are ready to take that knowledge, and you all will be able to write the things which I ask you to do in the lecture itself. Okay. So first, this activity only you have to understand, and after the lecture gets over, this you have to try at your home. Yes, many of you might have noticed the activity is all about the glass and the surrounding it is. This you all might have noticed already. But the one who haven't noticed this, please try it once we discuss this activity, because this is very interesting. This you can do in your regular life. There is nothing hard which you need, or there is nothing costly you need for this activity. All the things will be there at your home only. So let's see what the activity is. First of all, the aim of this activity is to observe condensation. We all know what the condensation is. Even if you don't know, we are going to discuss the keywords. So at that time you will come to know again what is condensation. Anyways, let's see what the activity is. Just listen to me very carefully, and this you have to try it. So you will be able to try it only when you listen to it carefully and you understand it carefully. So materials needed are a steel or a glass tumbler. Okay, this type of glass, it is okay, and ice cold water, that is a very chilled water, very cold water. You can even use the ice tray, and you can pour a lot of ice inside that glass or tumbler. Okay, only 2 cubes is shown here, but no, only 2 cubes will not do. You can use 4 to 5 cubes of ice cubes, or you can even use the ice frozen water from inside the deep freeze. Okay, now what is the method? Let's see what the steps are. First step is keep ice cold water in a steel or glass tumbler. Okay, so you have to pour that water basically into the glass or steel tumbler, and then what you have to do is leave it for 5 minutes. For 5 minutes you have to leave it into the room temperature. That is not mentioned here, but I'll mention it. You don't have to put it into a freeze or a freezer, deep freeze, anywhere. You have to put it into the room temperature. Okay. Obviously, air conditioner should not be on. You have to put it off for a while, for the 5 minutes. So now if you put it, what will you observe? So the observation will be, there are the water droplets on the outer surface of the tumbler, as you can see here in the picture. Correct? Water droplets are there, and the water is there on the surface where you have put that container. So what is the conclusion for this activity? There is the water vapor in the air. When the vapor comes in the contact with the cold surface of the tumbler, this is the surface. So when the vapor comes into the contact with this surface of the tumbler, it cools down and condenses to form the water droplets. So basically, when vapor and this cold surface comes into the contact, you will be able to see this kind of activity possibly done. So yes, and what I am going to say is, if in the summer season, if you remember, you were bringing the chilled water in your water bottle. So sometimes you might have observed that your mom used to give you that water bottle inside of plastic bag. Correct? Because the water is very much chilled, it is cold. Why do the mom give you that water bottle in the plastic bag? Because of this only. Because as soon as you take the bottle from the deep freeze and you bring it to the room temperature, that means in the classroom, then obviously condensation is going to take place, and so the water droplets are there out of the bottle, though the bottle does not have any kind of leakage. So that is why your mom puts it into the plastic bags, so that your books and other pages do not get wet because of this condensation of water. So I hope that you enjoyed listening to it, because I suppose that 60 to 70% of students might have already seen this. Okay, still if you want, you can do this kind of activity. It is very easy. Okay, now moving on to the keywords. Now students, please be ready to write it down. See, here in these keywords, you have to repeat after me, as well as you have to write it once. They all are of maximum 1 or 2 lines, not more than that, but it is very much important for you to repeat it, so as if you don't feel hard if the question answers and many other objectives are there. These are very much important keywords, that means important words. Okay, so number 1, give the heading as it is, keywords. Give the heading as it is, keywords. Okay, keywords. See, though it is there in your textbook, you have to write it down in your rough book once, because as much as you will practice, you will be able to remember on the tip of your tongue. Okay, so number 1, SOLID, solid. Please write it as fast as possible. Just make sure you don't spoil your handwriting. That's it. It should be legible. Okay, number 1 is solid. SOLID, solid. And the definition for it is, I am going to repeat it 2 times. You will repeat it after me 2 times and write it once. Okay, the definition for solid is a thing that has a definite shape and size is called a solid. I hope you are repeating after me. Okay, I'll repeat it one more time so that you will be able to complete this definition. A thing that has a definite shape and size is called a solid. See, please write it as fast as possible, because if you complete this work, if you will send us the photographs, we are going to set the best students of the week. Every week we are going to display. So it is very much important for you to work along with the lecture. Okay, I hope that you have written this definition. Okay, so second one, please write it. Liquid, Liquid, liquid. Okay, the definition for it is a thing, please write it down fast, a thing that takes the shape of its container is called a liquid. I'll repeat it second time. Till then, I hope that you might have finished writing. Also, please repeat after me. A thing that takes the shape of its container is called a liquid. Okay, I hope that you all have written this, because I was speaking very slowly. Okay, the third one is gas, G-A-S, gas. Okay, let us write it. A thing that has no shape or size of its own is called a gas. Okay, let us repeat it second time. Also, please write it down properly. A thing that has no shape or size of its own is called a gas. Full stop. Okay, so these were the definitions for the solid, liquid and gas, the basic definitions which we have understood it very well along with the photos. Okay, now coming on to the change of form keywords. The first, here the fourth is melting, M-E-L-T-I-N-G, melting. Okay, let us please write it. The process by which a solid changes into a liquid on heating is called melting. Please speak and write along with me so that you will be able to understand the pronunciation and where you have reached. Okay, let us repeat it second time. The process by which a solid changes into a liquid on heating is called melting. Clear enough? Okay, I hope that you all have written this. The next one, the fifth one, is boiling. See students, you have to increase your speed, you have to enhance your speed. That is only the motto here. Okay, boiling, B-O-I-L-I-N-G, boiling. Okay, the definition, let us write it. The process by which a liquid changes into a gas on heating is called boiling. Okay, I shall repeat it second time. Please write it as fast as possible. The process by which a liquid changes into a gas on heating is called boiling. Okay, so this was the definition for the boiling, and I hope that you written it clearly, perfectly in your books. Coming on to the second last definition, condensation. Look at the spelling, write it clearly, perfectly. Condensation, C-O-N-D-E-N-S-A-T-I-O-N, condensation. Okay, let us write the definition for it. The process, please repeat it and write it. The process by which a gas changes into a liquid on cooling is called condensation. I'll repeat it second time. Meanwhile, I hope that you are writing it and you will finish it. The process by which a gas changes into a liquid on cooling is called condensation. Clear enough? Okay. Let's see the last definition, the last keyword, freezing. It might not be seen on the screen, but you can see the spelling of freezing from here. This is only the question. Freezing, F-R-E-E-Z-I-N-G. I repeat, F-R-E-E-Z-I-N-G. This is only the question. It is hidden here in the printed book. Okay, let us write the answer. The process by which a liquid changes into a solid on cooling is called freezing. Okay, let us repeat it one more time so that you will be able to finish it off, your writing work. The process by which a liquid changes into a solid on cooling is called freezing. Okay, so these were the definitions. These were the keywords which you had to write, 7 keywords, and I hope that you have written. Now let us move on to the hard words. Now what do you have to do is write once, repeat thrice after me. I will repeat it. Now I will not repeat slowly because these are the only one words, hard words, and you have to write it in your rough book first, because directly if you will try to write it down in your fair book, you might make the mistakes and you might overwrite. This will make it dirty, your work dirty. So let us see the first hard word. Even if you don't give the heading now, you start with the new page, you know that this is of chapter number 5. So the first hard word is solid. Okay, repeat after me and write it down once, repeat 3 times. SOLID, solid. Let us repeat it second time. SOLID, solid. And let us repeat it last time. SOLID, solid. I hope that you have written this one word because we repeated it 3 times, so it is very much easy and you are getting sufficient time to write one word. Second word is liquid. Let us repeat it. First time, LIQUID, liquid. I hope students you are repeating after me. LIQUID, liquid. Okay, let us repeat it one last time. LIQUID, liquid. See, comparatively these hard words are easy to write because they are only the one word and we are repeating it 3 times. And for you it is very much important to repeat because pronunciation is also very much important along with the spellings. Okay, now moving on to the third word, gaseous. GASEOUS, gaseous. Let us repeat it second time. GASEOUS, gaseous. I hope students you are writing it. Let us repeat it third and the last time. GASEOUS, gaseous. Okay. Fourth word, condensation. See, write it very precisely because this is the spelling. These are 2 spellings. I suppose you make a lot of mistake in the next year students, those who went from the 3rd standard. I have noticed that they have made the mistake in these spellings. Okay, anyways, fourth hard word. Let us repeat it first time. CONDENSATION, condensation. Let us repeat it second time. I hope that you are writing as well. CONDENSATION, condensation. And let us repeat it one last time. CONDENSATION, condensation. Okay. The fifth hard word is evaporation. This is also a lengthier one. Anyways, this is not hard, this is easy one. Okay, let us repeat it and please write it down once. EVAPORATION, evaporation. Okay, let us repeat it second time. EVAPORATION, evaporation. And one last time. EVAPORATION, evaporation. I hope that you have written this. Number 6, melting. Quickly let us repeat. MELTING, melting. MELTING, melting. Okay, no need to repeat it 3 times because melting is an easy word. Number 7, freezing. Please quickly write it down and repeat. FREEZING, freezing. Let us repeat it one last time. FREEZING, freezing. Okay, next one is flow. This one we are going to repeat it only one time because this is the easiest one. FLOW, flow. The water flows, gases also flows, right? Okay. Ninth one is definite. Let us repeat it two times. First time, DEFINITE, definite. I hope that you have written this. Let us repeat it one more time. DEFINITE, definite. 10th one is easily. So please write it easily, and we will only repeat it one time. EASILY, easily. Okay. Now students, moving on to true or false. See, don't worry, you don't have to write the questions of true or false, because theory part I will give it to you once we will finish the theory of the lectures here in online classes. So I will give you the theory part in your WhatsApp groups. So just write the answers and repeat after me. To repeat is very much important. Okay, first question is, most solids have fixed shape. So just give your answers, don't write the questions. Most solids have fixed shapes. Do you agree? If you agree, shout yes sir. If you don't agree, shout no sir. Okay, let's see what the correct answer is. Is this statement true or false? This statement is true statement, because solids are the one, they have the fixed shape. They do not take the shape of container. Is it so? Okay, so this statement is true statement. So just repeat after me. Solids have fixed shape. Okay, that's it. Let us move on to the second TF. Okay, the question is, liquids do not have a fixed shape. Liquids means water, juice, blood, milk, etc., etc. They do not have fixed shape. According to you, what is the answer, true or false? Okay, you can write the answers in your book. So liquids do not have fixed shape. Let's see what the answer is. True. See, liquids do not have fixed shape. So this statement is true, because this statement is saying that they do not have fixed shape. If this statement was saying that liquids have fixed shape, then it was false. Okay, so this statement is true statement. Please repeat it after me once. Liquids do not have a fixed shape. Okay, you know that they take the shape of their containers. Okay, the third and the last TF is, let me read the question. Air contains only oxygen gas. Now that is another thing, that we inhale the oxygen and exhale the carbon dioxide. See, we exhale carbon dioxide, correct? So if we exhale, if we throw it outside, still it is there in the air, and the trees will absorb that carbon dioxide. So it is sure that other than the oxygen, other gases are also there. So is this statement true, that air contains only oxygen gas? Okay, let's see what the correct answer is. False, because air contains a lot of other gases, because I told you to write down one sentence in the previous lecture, if you remember, that the air is the mixture of various gases, correct? So that is why I asked you to write it down. So please repeat one sentence after me, and then we will end the lecture. Air contains many gases. Okay, so that statement was right, and this is the false statement. So thanks for watching this video lecture, students. I hope that you enjoyed. Though you were tired of writing and writing, but still you enjoyed it, because the lecture, though you have written a lot of things, but at the end you got success. And I hope that you will send it to the follow-up teachers and you will help us to judge who is the best student of the week. So till then, take care. Goodbye.